celiac plexus block, which can be done usually nowadays by an endoscopic method. Lastly, some people even have done sympathectomy for this procedure, which is always a thoracic sympathectomy. But remember that the most popular one always is a celiac plexus block that is done with the help of an endoscope. Some people do an fluoroscopic celiac plexus block also, CT scan guided or CT guided celiac plexus block. Under a CT guidance can also be done. So this completes the second topic of palliation. The third topic of palliation is that when there is a gastric outlet, obstruction, the gastric outlet obstruction can be relieved by, again, endoscopic maneuvers, which are difficult in rest of majority of India because the stents are costly. But again, for the patient, it is very good. Or it can be done with help of a surgical bypass in form of a gastrojejunostomy. Exactly at this point, the examiner will ask you, what is a triple bypass? An old question, old operation, but still examiners are older, remember. So triple bypass, remember, the main idea was to do a take a Roux-en-Y loop. So this is the first one, is to take a Roux-en-Y loop. Now it is not mandatory that you take a Roux-en-Y, but it is easier if you take a Roux-en-Y. You do a choledochojejunostomy, then you do a gastrojejunostomy, and then definitely with any Roux you do a jejunostomy. So it is called as a triple bypass in the belief that people also in the initiation, now 50 years back, they also did a bypass of the obstructed pancreatic duct. They felt that draining this obstructed pancreatic duct due to tumor along with the CVD and gastrojejunostomy decreases the pain. Now we have known that the pain this is one of the factors that produces pain. Now we know that the cancer has extended beyond this part, invades into the celiac plexus to do the pain thing. So that completes. Hence, please don't say that pancreatic jejunostomy is done. It is not done anymore for the last 30 to 50 years. We do not do this. At beginning, someone who did that, but it was called as a triple bypass. But now we do a choledocho gastro, that means biliary enteric, gastrojejunostomy, and a jejunojejunostomy. This is what is asked at an exam. So remember, we have discussed about palliation jaundice, palliation of pain, gastric outlet, and again other smaller points in palliation will include nutrition which needs to be corrected. Okay, anemia needs to be corrected because the patient is going in for an adjuvant chemotherapy. Okay, so these are the points of concern about nutrition, anemia, intractable pruritus that accompanies any jaundice, hepatorenal dysfunctions or hepatorenal syndromes which accompany any jaundice, or any hepatic encephalopathy are all, remember, has to do with jaundice. So if you relieve jaundice, hepatic encaph, hepatorenal problems or pruritus decreases a lot. So I think that I have completed the treatment of malignant jaundice. I did not discuss Whipple's because Whipple's is something that you are much less asked rather than this part which is less discussed. So I think that okay. Before I do that,
indication of
just a second. Rudra, is Sanjay here? Hello.
He's not here.
Okay, chalo. Okay, please.
Sir, indication of preoperative biliary drainage or ERCP.
Indications of preoperative biliary drainage.
Ramanuj, just a
Yes.
minute. We have 10 minutes to finish the class.
Okay, right. So we'll
There's a
meet
timer
you.
on top. We'll finish by 3.
Right. So now the preoperative biliary drainage. The first point is, now see, there are many studies and controversies. Three things we'll remember: repeated episodes of cholangitis. Okay. Number two is that then, and chances of a hepatorenal syndrome. Remember that is an indication. So is a hepatic encephalopathy, which people say is a relative indication. This is an absolute indication. Intractable pruritus, remember, is a relative indication. Bilirubin levels more than 15. Now people have much lower threshold, is an absolute indication. So I've told you 4 indications: cholangitis, hepatorenal syndrome, pruritus, bilirubin more than 15. Some people have 12, some have 10, some have 18, some have 20. But more than 15 is what meta-analysis usually will say. So this completes your answer. This is an
Answer-
indication for preparative biliary
Answer,
drainage.
in borderline carcinoma, you said ultrasonographic, FNSC or biopsy. And if
Endoscopic ultrasound.
endoscopic, and if it is negative, then
Negative, then go for a biliary stenting. Think in the lines of
if it
chronic
is
pancreatitis. If it is negative, then think in the lines of a chronic pancreatitis. Revise your diagnosis again.
okay, sir.
Endoscopic ultrasound guided biopsies will have a strong specificity.
Sir, what type of stent will you prefer, a metallic or a plastic stent, sir?
Usually, if you are doing a palliation, always a self-expanding metal, that also a covered SEM, because remember, this is the final thing that you are doing for the patient. You don't allow the tumor to grow in. If you are doing a preoperative biliary drainage and then a Whipple's, then a plastic stent.
Ramana sir,
Yeah,
can you please shift the page to triple bypass surgery?
triple bypass. Okay. Right.
And sir,
triple
also
bypass.
the starting of the lecture, I missed, means starting how you started with, like first,
Sir,
second
Let us
page.
talk about triple bypass. Anything to ask in triple bypass?
sir, in this biliary drainage and the gastric contents drainage occurring to the jejunum, sir. What about the pancreatic juices which helps
Pancreatic,
in?
how long will the patient live?
Okay, then let him suffer with steatorrhea as I told, sir.
Let him suffer with steatorrhea. You see, the problem is that with such a big growth, this procedure takes around 2 to 3 hours. Do you think a patient who is going to die within 1 year, you are now going to take 2 hours more? Come on, guys. By 4 hours, some people complete their Whipple's. So steatorrhea. Okay, so you want to say that let the man eat a biryani and then. Okay, so tough.
No, sir.
Okay.
Is there any need to supplement with pancreatic enzymes?
You may. If you want to supplement after the biliary drainage a pancreatic enzyme, yes, you can. Okay.
Okay.
And
Sir,
next question.
So
Next
causes
question.
of the hepatorenal syndrome in obstructive
We'll
jaundice.
not talk about hepatorenal syndrome. That is a word round preoperative preparation of jaundice. We'll not talk of hepatorenal and hepatic encephalopathy. Okay. Yes. Anything that you missed out? This is the beginning of the lecture.
How many times will
Sir,
percentage increase?
How many times it is increased? I even do not know. I asked you this open-ended question. So if you do your research, okay, with mathematics and with evidences, please post in the WhatsApp group. I'll be very happy to know that.
Sir, an unresectable pancreatic cancer, sir. Will you give, sir? Will be give, sir, chemotherapy?
Always. What is the only thing that what is the only thing that you can give apart from doing a palliation? You will give chemotherapy, because chemotherapy has been shown to improve at least.
No role of radiation. No role of radiation.
No. Not a strong advocate for a radiation.
Okay, sir.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ramanu sir, during the means after the LFT and USG confirmation, we should be talking about the PT-INR.
Again, do you need a PT-INR for your diagnosis? Do you need a PT-INR? Do you need a PT-INR for diagnosis? You know, no? So
we generally ask about the de-arrangement and all. So we should be telling that in exam.
PT-INR is something that you require in pre-operative preparation. What examiners ask is anything to do along with the LFT. Well, your LFT report usually comes with a PT-INR also. because LFT is PT-INR is a surrogate marker of your liver function, but your PT-INR is exactly required by you for your treatment purposes and your intervention. That is the reason. But does it in any way help you in diagnosis? Nothing. So that is the reason I did
No.
not mention PT-INR. You can
Sir,
mention.
2 slides before that,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Exemplary
I need
task.
Sir,
to
one
end.
more question.
Yeah. Go on.
Sir, in borderline means pancreatic cancer, we should be telling in the means distinct dimension, anatomical, biological, or conditional basis, or just the abutment part
By
and
that time,
encasement
believe
part.
me, by the time, number one is that Rudrajit has taught you about pancreatic tumors. By the time you are asked about the ABC nomenclature, okay,
Yes, sir.
by this time you have crossed 80% marks. Very few examiners even know the ABC of the borderline resectable. So that is the very latest one. So if you are mentioning that, okay, you are. So I will
Sir,
not be talking.
we should be talking in
No, you will not be talking. You will be mentioning only the term borderline resectable. Let the
Okay, sir.
examiner ask you that one. I need to end in
Thank you,
Follow
sir.
up of this patient.
Sir,
Follow up
initial,
of this patient.
Follow-up,
Follow
I
up.
think that we'll be discussing when we discuss
sir,
a ward
initial
round.
side,
We'll be discussing a pancreatic leak one day with a ward round. At the thing that at that time we'll be discussing follow-up of the vehicles. So okay, next one.
Hello.
Sir, one
Yes.
Ibu here.
Yes.
sir,
Hello.
after PTBD,
Yes.
when
Yes.
we go for surgery, sir?
After PTBD, when the bilirubin is less than 8, the patient is without any sepsis.
Okay.
Usually within 1 to 2 weeks, you go for a Rupert.
Sir. And sir, one more question, sir. Among the periampullary cancers, the 4 cancers, which cancers usually present early, which cancers usually present late?
Which cancers usually present early? You see, the earliest of the presentations will be a hilar cholangio. So number 2 will be the earliest, followed by number 1, followed by number 4. 3 will be the last.
Sir,
Sir,
tell the name,
intracerebral
sir.
Sir, can you repeat the CT scan findings of pancreas?
See this picture. Understand that CT pancreatic protocol is this. Without contrast, you get to see edema and calcifications, early arterial, late arterial, and a venous phase. Okay,
Sir,
that's it. So we'll have the video with us. So we'll be uploading that on YouTube later. So can you again? So because we need to finish that
sir,
in 1 minute. I'll be taking this as the last question. In portal phase.
So here's one question.
the CT scan, sir, generally we see arterial and portal phase, and in this the arterial and venous phase. So is the late arterial phase and the portal phase the same?
More or
different?
less, no. It is not the same. Late arterial, as I have said, is more about the texture. Portal phase, so-called portal phase. Portal phase is used only for liver CTs. Venous phase is something that you see for rest of the parenchyma and splenic vein. They are not at all the same phase. That is a much longer. You can take it even at 5 minutes. So that is the venous phase.
So
can you tell about
pancreatic phase and late arterial phase are same.
Pancreatic phase is the parenchymal phase. Parenchymal will be the late or the venous phase.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, intracerebral pruritus, how to deal with? Can you please tell?
I could not understand how to deal with
Intractable pruritus.
intractable pruritus. I told you the best way is to go for a biliary drainage. By the time you do a biliary drainage, all antipruritic drugs, etc. Okay, so I think this will be the last question. We need to exit now. Please put your questions in the group. I think Rudra will need to exit now.